While the US is busy building fences, Canada just opened the gates for Chinese EVs. And these aren't just cars, they're game changers. Imagine a 1,300 horsepower sedan you could drive to brunch. Picture it, shaking snow off its roof like a giant electric dog, a luxury cruiser with no rear window because cameras do it better, and a suspension so insane they stacked champagne glasses on the hood and drove over speed bumps without spilling a drop. Canada just hit warp speed into the future of EVs, and the rest of the world is watching in disbelief. 5. ZEEKR 001. The ZEEKR 001. And trust me, this is just the appetizer. First thing you clock? The shape. This isn't your typical sedan, it's a shooting brake, which is basically what you'd get if a Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo got absolutely shredded in the gym. It's aggressive and sleek, but still looks classy. Even when it's parked, you can tell this thing wants to move. Now, let's talk about the doors. They're fully automatic. Walk up, hit a button, and they glide open like you're stepping into a Rolls-Royce. Sit down, tap the brake, and the doors close themselves. After this, opening a regular car door feels like working in a factory. The ZEEKR 001 runs on an 800-volt system. You go from 10% to 80% battery in 11 minutes. 11. Meanwhile, Americans are still hanging out at Tesla chargers, crossing their fingers nothing glitches. China just blew right past us. Your coffee isn't even finished before this thing is ready to roll. As for power, the standard dual-motor setup cranks out 777 horsepower. That's almost 800 horses in a car you can drive every day. 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, faster than a Porsche Taycan 4S. Trust me, you'll remember that every time you stomp on the pedal. Range? The long-range battery goes over 1,000 kilometers. That's Toronto to Detroit and back, no stops, no plugging in, no range anxiety, just drive. Inside, it's packed with tech and luxury. A 15-inch OLED screen swivels toward you or your passenger when you ask. 28 Yamaha speakers shake the whole cabin. Heated, cooled, and massaging seats, front and back. Glass roof with star-like lighting overhead. Every detail screams luxury. And the trunk? It's huge, thanks to the wagon shape. Do a month's grocery run? No problem. And then there's the price. In China, the ZEEKR 001 starts at $37,000. Let that sink in. 37 grand for a car that leaves Porsche in the dust, puts Tesla to shame, and outclasses every American EV anywhere near its price. Here's what most people miss. ZEEKR isn't just another startup pretending to be high-end. Geely owns them. You probably know Geely for something else. They own Volvo cars. So this isn't some scrappy project in a back alley. ZEEKR is Volvo's Chinese sibling. Same parent company, same global reach, same engineering resources. And that Volvo connection? Yeah, that's a big deal. It'll come up again. Just remember that. Because car number 4 goes way beyond what most old-school automakers would even try. 4. Avatr 12. Car number 4 is the Avatr 12, and you need to look closely because this thing is insane. First thing you notice? No rear window. That's right, China deleted it. Gone. Solid metal where a window should be. At first you think, how can anyone drive that? Then you see the cameras. The live feed replaces the glass perfectly, better than a traditional window. It's like driving a spaceship. Next, the halo display under the hood. Yes, the hood, a screen. You can send messages, emojis, even smile at pedestrians. Your car literally has personality. Side mirrors? Gone. Tiny cameras replace them. Reduced drag, lower wind noise, futuristic vibes. You look like a time traveler. Performance? Dual motors. 578 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Range? 430 miles on a 94.5 kilowatt-hour KTL battery. Silent, smooth, ridiculously fast. This isn't just luxury. This is sci-fi technology you can drive. Inside, it feels like a first-class lounge. A 35.4-inch 4K screen stretches across the dashboard. Zero-gravity seats recline fully into a sleeping position. Glass roof, electrochromic. Press a button, it darkens instantly. Rear passengers get the same treatment. Indulgent, futuristic, absurdly comfortable. Even the trunk gets a win. Without a rear window, it's deeper and wider than expected. Luggage, groceries, camping gear, no compromises. Every detail screams innovation and thoughtfulness. Price? In China, starts at $42,000, less than a Tesla Model 3 in the US. A car that deletes traditional design rules while packing futuristic tech for mainstream EV money. Americans are missing out, and yes, it's infuriating. Would you drive a car with no back window? Comment below. But forget that for now. Car number 3 is coming next. A land missile with enough horsepower to make a Bugatti nervous. It's not just futuristic, it's practically illegal. Stick around. You won't believe what's next. 3. BYD YANGWANG U7. Car number 3 is the BYD YANGWANG U7. Brace yourself. This thing is a land missile. Listen closely. 1,300 horsepower. That's not a typo. Numbers like this usually belong to million-dollar hypercars. Bugatti Chiron, Lamborghini Aventador. But the U7? A 4-door luxury sedan you could drive to the grocery store. And it's faster than both. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Let that sink in. The platform? Insane. Each wheel has its own motor. Aerodynamics? Record-breaking. 0.195 drag coefficient, the lowest for any production sedan. It slices through air like a bullet. Wind pushing back? Forget it. The U7 laughs at wind. Now here's the jaw-drop moment. The DISIS electromagnetic suspension. This isn't a gadget. This is pure magic on wheels. Blow a tire? No problem. The car lifts the bad corner, keeps rolling, and suddenly it's driving on 3 wheels like nothing happened. Imagine a dog holding up a paw, wagging at gravity, daring physics to stop it. That tank turn everyone talks about? Now it makes sense. Each wheel reacts 1,000 times per second. Corner blown at 75 miles per hour? Tire shredded? Keep going. The U7 moves like it's alive. This isn't driving, it's uncrashable physics disguised as a car. Now, the interior. Imagine a fighter jet crashed into a Bentley. That's what it feels like. Vermilion red Napa leather everywhere. Real carbon fiber trim. 3 massive screens across the dashboard. Rear passengers get tablets to control AC, music, and massage seats. And yes, it's a true 4-seater. No cramped back seats here. The center console stretches all the way back like a luxury lounge. You could host a business meeting back there if you wanted. Sound system? 23-speaker NIO Platinum setup that rises from the dashboard when you turn it on. Studio-quality sound that hits every note. Inside, it feels like you're cocooned in high-tech luxury. Battery? 135.5 kilowatt-hours blade battery. Nearly 500 miles, CLTC. Drive from Toronto to Montreal and still have juice left to challenge a Porsche when you arrive. Charging? Lightning fast, because BYD knows efficiency isn't optional. Price? Around $100,000 in China. A Lucid Air Sapphire, $250,000. Porsche Taycan Turbo GT, $230,000. This has more power for less than half the cost. I'm not just jealous, I'm furious. China isn't playing catch-up anymore. They are leading. BYD isn't just planning to enter Canada, they're already in. They've got a factory in Ontario cranking out electric buses for Toronto, and Transport Canada has already cleared them to sell passenger cars. So forget about BYD coming to Canada. They're here, and if you think that's surprising, just wait. The next model is going to make this current one look tame. The tech in it is wild. Imagine a car that can shake snow off itself like a dog after a bath. Seriously, don't blink. You'll want to catch what's coming next. 2. NIO ET9. Car number 2 is the NIO ET9, and I need you to stop what you're doing and watch this. This car literally shakes snow off itself like a wet dog. I'm not exaggerating. It went viral for a reason. Full body vibration, milliseconds perfect control, clearing its own roof. Meanwhile, American luxury brands are still slapping defrosters on and calling it innovation. The magic behind this? The Skyride suspension. Each wheel moves independently, adjusting in milliseconds. They even did the champagne glass test, stacked a 4-story tower on the hood, drove over speed bumps, and not a single glass fell. Rolls-Royce just got embarrassed by a Chinese startup. Let that sink in. This Landjet is over 5.3 meters long, bigger than a Mercedes S-Class, 23-inch wheels. And those wheel center caps? Self-leveling, like a Rolls-Royce. The logo stays perfectly upright, even while cornering hard. It's subtle, but it screams tech dominance. Under the hood, it's a beast. Dual motors, 700 horsepower, and a 900-volt charging system. Porsche? 800. NIO? 900. Add 155 miles of range in just 5 minutes of charging. You literally can't order a coffee before it's topped up. Steer-by-wire? Absolutely. No physical steering column. 100% electronic. Rear-wheel steering means this 17-foot yacht turns tighter than a Mini Cooper. Autonomy-ready with dual 5-nanometer self-driving chips. You can fold the wheel away, let the car drive, and still feel like a VIP on a magic carpet. Inside, they call it the Executive Bridge. 4 strict seats, no middle back row. Rear seats recline 45 degrees, trays mechanically stabilized, 10-liter fridge for beverages, and a 15.6-inch AMOLED screen. Drive 100 miles per hour over bumps and your laptop doesn't jiggle. It's absurdly precise. The price sits around $112,000. Mercedes-Maybach S-Class costs over $200,000. A Rolls-Royce Ghost? $350,000. This car has better suspension, faster charging, and can literally dance. That is insane value. If you think this is peak, get ready. Car number 1 isn't just competing, it's obliterating Rolls. Toys Phantoms. It has tech, luxury, and sheer audacity you have to see to believe. 1. Ado Mestro S800. And here we are. Number 1. The Ado Mestro S800. This isn't a car. This is a declaration of war against Rolls-Royce and Maybach. Nearly 18 feet long, it makes a long wheelbase S-Class look like a hatchback. See this in your rearview mirror? You don't move over. You apologize. The design? Absurd. Door handles with star-like crystals that glow when you approach. Hand-polished liquid metal paint. Two-tone purple and silver. Classic billionaire colors. Galaxy headlights sparkle with thousands of tiny LEDs. A waterfall grille. Solid chrome wheels. This isn't automotive design. It's architecture with wheels. Unlock it. The car performs a full light show. Headlights animate like the night sky. Rear starlight ring glows softly. Power. Triple motors, nearly 850 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. Considering the size, that's absurd. But speed isn't the point, it's the ride. Level 3 hardware ready. Night, fog, corners, it sees everything. Guardian mode detects if a car is about to rear-end you and flashes warnings to them, not you. It actively prevents accidents. Inside? This isn't a car cabin, it's a planetarium. Animated starry sky ceiling with shooting stars. Silk carpets. Open-pore wood. Rear throne seats with heated leg rests, armrests, and neck pillows. Massive OLED cinema screen. 43-speaker, 2,000-watt system. Speakers in headrests, seats, everywhere. You feel the music through your body. It smells like money. The back seat is the true throne. Strict 4-seater executive lounge. Driving? You're doing it wrong. Rear passengers sip espresso, sign deals, and relax like royalty. This is ultimate power and presence, with luxury details that humiliate European competition. Power? Triple motors. Nearly 850 horsepower, yet 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. Considering the size, that's absurd. But speed isn't the point, the ride is. Tooling chassis with road-scanning suspension adjusts before you even hit a bump. You literally float over the road. Tech, insane ecosystem. Huawei Harmony OS powers the car. Phone and car are one. Video calls transfer automatically. Price, $140,000 to $200,000. A Rolls-Royce Ghost, $350,000. Phantom, $500,000. You get better tech, more presence, insane luxury for a fraction of the cost. The gap between China and the West? Gone. Completely. The Aito Mestro S800 is the ultimate statement. China doesn't just compete, it dominates. Every LED, every motor, every detail screams precision, audacity, and absurd luxury. If this isn't illegal, it should be. The future just rolled into town speaking Mandarin. ZEEKR shows off with Volvo power. BYD is already cruising the streets in Ontario. The Mestro S800 is leaving Rolls-Royce in the dust. Meanwhile, Tesla sent 44,000 cars over from Shanghai. Canadians are already behind the wheel. Americans, still loading. Out of these 5 machines, which would you take for a spin first? Drop your pick in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, tap the bell. Your first BYD might show up before you even finish your morning coffee.